What is going on, guys? What we've got going on in the shop is something that needed to be done almost probably from the get-go, but it just didn't, because I wanted to set everything, make sure I liked the way it was, and then I was gonna come back and do it again, and that is insulating the shop. I went with a foam insulation, or I'm going to, and it is gonna be a open cell spray foam insulation. Gonna do 6 inches on the ceiling, 4 inches on the wall, and then I'm gonna come back in and board it all up. So everything pretty much from that top rafter from there all the way around is gonna have OSB on the bottom. That is kind of what I'm in the process of doing. That's why some videos have been slow, really not coming out. Also, along with the virus going around, been busy at work. I would do work at a hospital full-time, day job. So that's where I've been. Still going strong with that, and then coming home and then just kind of getting done what I can. Not much has been going on here also, just because everything is slowed down. But hopefully it's going to pick back up. It's going to pick back up for me. I know that for sure, because I've got to go ride. I need to go ride. Everything's ready. Everything from the Razor, that Sportsman, the other one's in the side port over here. But yeah, just getting ready for the spray foam, because everything's got to come out away from the walls to frame it up, which I'm going to be framing it up tomorrow, because I'm going to paint all the foam on the ceiling white with a dry fall paint, and then also paint all the walls white. I'm boarding it up mainly for, I just don't like the look of foam, and both my sons will probably come in here and jack it up, and then also with all the crevices of the foam, dirt will just, you know, slowly start to, collect and just really kind of look dingy. So also for videoing, I mean, I got a lot of lights in here, and I want it to stay as bright as it can be, and it should be brighter than this. I'm not going to do anything with the floors, because the floor, I like this floor. I might come back in and like do the light sanding and just kind of clear coat, seal it. But I mean, I like the floor. I like being able to have messes. I don't like to worry about it. If I coat it with the epoxy floor coating or whatever, I'm going to come back in at a certain time and do it, which then I got to clear everything back out. And this is a pain in the butt. So here's all the wood that we're going to be framing. It's about $630 worth of wood right here, which doesn't look like it once I delivered it, but whatever. It is what it is. Got, I don't know, like 38 sheets of OSB, 35 2x6s, and 11 2x4 treated wood. So all this is going to be boarded up. It's all going to be nice and flush, which I can start hanging stuff better. Everything's not going to be kind of like recessed and then trying to find a spot here and there. It's all going to be nice and, just like your house walls, be able to hang everything up. But I just want to give a kind of a quick update. I needed to do something with sound. This whole thing basically acts as like an amplifier, because I mean, the walls are it's just metal right now. Doesn't work very well. So that's going to be, the spray foam is going to seal up this whole place. It's going to keep it dense. It's going to keep it structurally more sound. So yeah, it's going to be better all around. These doors, the roll-up doors, you can't do anything with them as far as sound, or even insulation, because it's just, they got to obviously coil up. Doesn't really work. So once this place gets insulated, I'm gonna roll with it for a while. I'm gonna come back and actually put garage doors in here, like a 9x10 or 10x10 garage door. That way I can insulate it, and then I'll come in with like a split unit, AC unit, maybe with 2 heads and 1 condenser on the outside. But that's kind of for a later date. So like I said, the main thing is sound. Second thing is insulation for like, AC and everything. So, and day 2 for the prep of the spray foam. Everything is in. We got all the bracing up, all the lumber up, added treated 2x4s all to the bottom. That's where the top of the OSB is going to come down to. We got 4x8 sheets of that. These are just little nailers in the center here, so we can go ahead and when it's all spray foamed, we can just come through and wall it up from that 6x6 there to this 2x6 here, and then down. We're going to add runners down the center, like I said. A bunch of stuff is going on, but other than moving all this stuff out, all this stuff's got to come out. We already got a lot out of here now. It's all on the side. We boxed in the panel here. That way the OSB is just going to go out and around it, and then it's going to be recessed back in there. Just braced up everything with some 7-inch. I don't know what's going on there with that. Doesn't really matter. But braced it up. Like I said, treated on the bottom, braced in the center. These are nailed in there, nailed in, towed in, all the way up. So As far as electrical panels and electrical, that's what I'm kind of doing now, is bringing all these boxes, because whenever you go and do it, the OSB is going to come on the outside of this, which will be tucked up in there. It's going to come on the outside of this, so all these boxes got to be out and flush. Trying to get some cable management going on here. I don't think I need to like run any kind of say channels down the center of it for whenever the foam gets in here, because I should have it's a 3-inch spray foam, or 4-inch on the wall, so it should only come out to about here. So I should have a, you know, inch or two between the outside of the OSB and the foam, so I can run wires still behind there and get behind there no problem. But that's where we're at now. And I also bought the paint this morning. I bought a dry fall white, flat white paint to go on the ceiling. Not sure what I'm doing on the walls just yet, but we'll get there. Okay, so this morning of the installation, they're actually pulling in right now to go ahead and install it. Everything's cleared out, vacuumed, cleaned up as much as it can be. They're gonna cover everything up that's in here. There's all the paint for the ceiling. So yeah, last time we'll see it like this. Next shot will be done. And we're done. Started at 7:30, ended at about 4:30. That was prep, spray, all the foam, and painted the ceiling. And also they had everything. They came in here, they did an amazing job. Everything was masked off. I mean, everything from every fixture, everything that I left here in the shop. I'll post up some pictures here now that I kind of took during the process, so you can see just what was all done. And then, I mean, it is so far, it's cooler in here already. I don't hear any creaking anymore from any of the, you know, the panels, any of the wind flapping from the insulation that was on the ceiling. But just an absolute amazing job. Everything is perfectly the way I wanted to, so I still can run wires back behind here because there's enough room. And also it's going to be spaced out 2 more inches for all my nailers that I'm putting up. So still plenty enough room to run wires, hide things behind it, not worry about punching through to anything. Got up and around to everything very well. They dropped down on the white far enough. On all the walls, I think I'm gonna go with I know I said white to begin with, but I'm gonna go with a red, or like a gray. So in the next part, or the next video here, is gonna be with all the OSB put up and the paint and then the final product. But yeah, I'll try to get some temps in that video also, when it's kind of more permanent, from outside to inside temperature differences. But he's saying, you know, probably 20-30 degrees difference without the AC or anything in here yet. Already the sound, we kind of put the sprinkler up onto the roof, and it just sounds like a light little tapping, versus before if it was just barely sprinkling, it sounded super loud in here. I mean, everything's more just, you know, structurally sound. But what do you guys think? Like I said, this is an open cell spray foam, 6 inches on the ceiling, 4 inches on the walls. And if you don't know, open cell kind of helps with sound, with also helping with the heating and cooling. The closed cell it doesn't require as much. It only takes like a 1 inch on ceilings and walls to just basically have an R value. But the sound, of course, it's going to help with sound, but just not as much as open cell, because obviously open cell is going to take and trap all your sound waves better. But like I said, everything was perfect. What do you guys think?